Good afternoon. We are so excited to be here with you today. I am Ellie Farner.
I'm Lincoln Johnson.
And we are pleased to introduce Shawnté Walker. He has such an awesome story that we'd love to share with you. So to start us off, Shawnté, why don't you tell us where you were born?
Honolulu, Hawaii, 1986, May 27th, on a Tuesday.
When did you move to Utah?
2005, senior year.
Of high school?
Yeah.
Okay. What brought you over?
My mama, because I was getting into there's some things going on over yonder.
And so tell us about your life once you moved to Utah and kind of the things you were involved with and what you were doing.
I came to Utah, and the first thing I thought was, where'd all the black people go? So this is 2004. Back then I didn't have dreads. I had an afro. It was like the ludicrous afro. It was like, so I just remember I kept, every time I go somewhere, people were like, oh, can I touch your hair? And I thought it was funny because I didn't really see too many like white people before I came here. Well, I did, but they was over there and we was over here. But they always kept asking me to touch my hair, and I'm like, I ain't never seen long hair before. Like, yeah, go ahead. Then I noticed everybody out here was pretty, and noticed all the big houses. We got a lot of big houses where I'm from too. They just not where I'm from.
So when you say where you're from, you said you were born in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
but is where you're from different?
Yeah, so I'm from Westside Virginia Beach. When I first got there, it was actually pretty cool. My mom and daddy had some money, but when they broke up, it's kind of a little different. So I just remember I would always wear like kind of churchy kind of clothes. Like Virginia Beach wasn't having none of that. I got beat up every single day, dog. Every day, man. Every day, dog. It was horrible.
So when you first moved to Utah, what kind of things were you involved in? As she was asking earlier, what took up most of your time?
So for 14 out of my 17 years, I've just been selling dope and banging.
So the other 3 years, because you said for 14 years you were involved with drugs and gangs, what have you been doing for the other 3 years?
I spent some of my time on something called APMP. It's Adult Parole and Probation. And if it's your first time basically getting in trouble, it's your get out of jail free card. It's not a get out of jail free card, but it's your chance to show that you can be reformed, you can change, and basically they'll let you out of jail or let you from going to prison. Before that even happened, started going to churches in jail. You can't really do too much in jail. You just sit in a box and you just rot until you got to get out. But I was going to like the Christian churches and the Catholic churches and the LDS church, and there was a lady in there. Her name, it was Cliff and Elizabeth Goff. Cliff used to be the mayor of Ogden, and he's a member of the church, and he decided to, his mission is for the jail. So I always sat in the back so I could watch everything. And I didn't hear my name for like 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. And I was leaving the classroom one day, and Elizabeth said something like, God bless you, or I'll see you next week, Shawnté. And I didn't hear my name for so long. I kind of turned around and looked at her like, what did you just say? She said, I'll see you next week. And I didn't hear my name for like, do you know it's like not to hear your name? And I don't mean like people call your nickname, like, yo, what's happening, dog? What's going on with your squirt? Or, hey, pretty lady. Like, it's different. You still hear your name throughout the day. You know, it's not like not to hear your name for like 4, 5, 6 months. So it was weird because I'm used to hearing Pharaoh or Walker or 354-037. That's your inmate number. And out of that whole time, she was the only person to say my name or even remember my name. The guards that have to read my name when I have to go to court, because you got to go to court every week. Put your handcuffs, whatever. You got to do your thing to go to court. They don't even know my name. They see my name every week. She remembered my name.